Welcome to What Up Sunday Morning, Phyllis and Lee. Phyllis, what's the Bible verse for this morning?
Psalms 103, verse 13. Like as the Father pitied his children, so the Lord pitied them that fear him.
Now, what does that mean to you?
A father has compassion for his children. Therefore, the Father has compassion for those who fear him.
Phyllis, how important is the role of a father?
It's very important. Every role in the household serves a purpose, and the father, being second in command to God, leads by example.
Can you be a father in the household and still be absent?
I do believe that only because of the way society is, because we have a lot of blended families. So, because you're not in a household, does not mean that you're not part of your child's life.
What I mean by that, Phyllis, like how sometimes you have a father, you have mother and father, right? But they together, but sometimes he's there, but he's not present in the child's life. He's not directing the child direction for the path that the child should be going.
Daily, but that's where co-parenting come in. You have to balance each other out. As I go back to saying again, that father might not be in that child's daily life. I'm talking about daily as living with that child. But as long as the mother and father align themselves together for the purpose of raising that child, I think that it would be beneficial for the child.
Well, Phil,
It's a catch-20. I mean, there are a lot of men that are in the household but not in their child's life. And a lot of times, because of the miscommunication that goes on within the parents, it's still harmful to the child. So that could be felt when that father is in that house, but yet not intact with his feelings or communicating with that child, or one that's not living with the child, but yet he's communicating with that child.
Phil, you mentioned a blended family earlier. Now, why is so many problems with blended families?
Because of their mother.
Well,
I'm saying that because when not only the mother, but also the man that comes into that picture too. When a lady is in a relationship with a man that's not the children's father, the tendency has that he can't discipline or say nothing to the children, which I think is wrong, because any man that comes into the household that takes care of the household, he earns their respect, long as he's not mentally or physically abusing those children. Again, I go back to the communication between all adults. That means the mama, the daddy, the stepfather, or the stepmother.
I didn't know Tennessee had a rule for is that a stepfather can't discipline the stepchild.
I didn't know it either. By my surprise.
Well, this is the thing though. Maybe I guess we got to look deeper into that. But this is the thing though. Like you said earlier, it's all on the mother. And the thing about that is that the mother and the real father, they may have had some kind of problem and it's separated, right? But I do believe if a woman chooses to marry this man or have this man be the stepfather be in this man's life, he's still gonna be a father. He might not be the biological father, but he's still gonna be a father to that child. And the problem is, we get so caught up in what other people think about society. Well, he's not the biological father, so he shouldn't be putting his hand on my child. If your child is trying to do something harmful, trying to harm themselves, trying to harm somebody else, why shouldn't that stepfather step in and do what a father would do? He might not be the biological father, but he's still a father. What I mean by father is to protect, to nurture that child doing the right thing. You're right. Mothers do get in the way because they get caught up. Well, no, he can call the real father. Call the real father for what? The real father's not there for a reason, right? So we got to stop doing those things and, like I said, live by that Bible verse. Father gonna be a father. You know, let him nurture that child. He's not abusing that child. Even the biological father can abuse the child, so it's okay for the biological father to abuse the child. Is that what people are saying, Phyllis?
I don't know what people saying. I just know they twisted.
So, what kind of advice would you tell the fathers who are straddling the fence about for stepping in and being a real father? Because they don't want confusion between the woman they I guess want to marry, or the father who's not present but wants to. You can't do this to my child.
Well, first of all, I will examine all scenarios, especially when you come into a relationship that's blended. That lady has other kids by another man. Uh, See if it's something that you want to tackle. Even though you love her, you need to love her children that comes with it. But are you up for that role, as I say, to deal with the children, to deal with her, and to deal with uh, the biological daddy? Because I think people get into their feelings because they feel like you trying to be something. He trying to play daddy to my child, or she trying to play mother to my child. It's not about that. And the reason why I say that, because take for instance our daughter who got married, and right now they're sometimes I tell them don't rush into getting a place. Save your money while you in the first part of your marriage. So therefore they go in between his folks' house, my son-in-law house, and our house. And sometimes they tend to stay more toward the husband's house, parents' house. And his mother said, I treat her like she's one of my own children. And you know why? I told her I was okay with that. And I think it shocked her, because to me, to find somebody that loves your child unconditionally, that should be a plus. You should be happy that somebody's out there looking for your child. So I tell anybody, when you go in, you got to go in observing what you got to deal with. If you love that woman, love that man, you have to love the children. But be mindful of the situation, because it's all about power play in my eyesight. So it's whether or not are you willing to deal with it.
I do believe that wholeheartedly, Phyllis. But like you said, though, it's all about the power play. And I do believe if the government would get out the way sometime, I think everything would be okay. Because I believe, oh man, like I said, we're gonna have to do another topic on this right here, though. But Phyllis, give the viewers and listeners something to carry the rest of the week about being a father, being a strong father in a child's life.
Just because you're not the biological father doesn't mean you can't be a father. There's a lot of fathers that's out here that's non-biological fathers. They're more of a father to a child than a biological father. So I tell anybody that cross paths with children that you have not brought into this world, be the best man that you can be for that child.
That's it?
That's it.
Okay, well, that's it. I guess you about to win the World Series. We want to thank y'all for tuning in to What If Sunday Morning, Phyllis and Lee. Like I said, be mindful. No matter what you're going through, we can guarantee you one thing, that it's going to be okay as long as you make God a part of your life. That's the what if guarantee. What if you add God to your diet? I guarantee you the mothers and fathers would be great together, whether it's the blended family or the original family. You still what? Family. Have a blessed day. And please find time and make time to tell God thank you. We found on YouTube, Facebook, Spotify, Instagram, TikTok, and Threads. Have a blessed day.